let's jump in. We are at Epilogue 9 now. After winning 2 runs on Thursday. Clearing Epilogue 7 and 8. With a really sick Aurora Shara deck on Epilogue 8. Was quite fun. Today, I want to switch it up a bit and bring Sorocco and Seifer. We have no pages left. Whoops, the wind is... seems to be okay. We do have a storm going outside, so I might have to eventually close the windows, but right now I'm pretty happy to let the cool night air enter my room and cool it down a bit in here. So we have access to all the Epilogue options now. I want to see the legendary bosses. What do we add on top of that? The land of fairies are reasonable. Explorer isn't too bad. We could pair Explorer with fairy hunting. We could also go for something like Blood Tithe. We could go for Greed is Good and Thousand Eyes. I think Thousand Eyes is a bit more impactful compared to other 1 level Epilogue modifiers. I feel like this one is relatively tame, the Land of Fairies. But I kind of want to go with a full exploration, like not weakening my exploration ability for once. I will take Blood Tithe then. I think with C4 that's not such a big deal. We can heal. Whoops. Almost my bottle, drinking bottle almost, water bottle almost fell down. But I managed to catch it. Whoops. Yeah, with C4, Blood Tithe isn't too bad. We do, however, have to make sure Sorocco doesn't die to attrition. But Sorocco does have a large health pool, so maybe we'll be okay. Let's start the run. We have full exploration ability this time. Vault Key. See an extra card when drafting from a Vault of Wisdom. That is an amazing relic to start out with. What do you have, Nadim? Mecha Turbine. Ooh. Tempting. Boots of Fulani also really good. Himsel's Quill. I like getting that one early. Crystallized Farias, powerful gem for sure. We have Shield Bash, Fire Breath, and Crystal Spice. Add 2 random Sorocco cards to your hand. They cost 0 this turn. Devil Strike, Devil Cry, and Phantom Strike. Phantom Strike attack for 15 at the end of your turn. If Seifer took damage, add this to your hand from deck or discard pile. Quite powerful too, especially if we put a Scholar Shard in it. Make it also draw a card. It's just generally good with gems. Heroic Emerald would also work very well. Savage Fang is interesting. That would always make you take damage again when you play it. But maybe that's a bit too much damage. What's our starter deck look like? Meat Shield instead of a defend on Seifer. That's decent. It's 2 more block. And we have the option to sacrifice an ally. We get double Sucker Punch on Sorocco. Oh dear. And a Clash. Clash replacing a defend here. Interesting. Okay. Double sucker punch. We do have Sorocco in the front and feels kind of necessary. Let's go for a Vault of Wisdom, see what we can get here. Barrage is very tempting. Entrench, Sulfuric Barrier, Devil's Rest. These are all pretty good cards. But I want the AoE. Having AoE in your starting deck is really, really good. Let's go for our first fight. This one is usually quite easy and, as always, a pretty long loading time. Double Sucker Punch to open up. I mean, that's quite good. We can block for 16. We can't kill. We have 23 damage, enemy has 36 health and block. I think we want to take the damage on Seifer. He can more easily heal it back up. Attacking doesn't do anything. Well, I wish we could do something more meaningful. But at least this turn we will have the chance to do some damage. I'm gonna Clash, Sucker Punch, leave the enemy on 1, and then finish him next turn, although we will need 13 damage. I was hoping to draw the Absorb Soul, but unfortunately it's the last card in the deck, so no healing for me. That sucks. That, however, is really nice. Really good. Very strong pigment there. Don't want too much overlap with the Sky Towers. Basically have to subtract the areas that I'm gonna reveal with the Sky Tower from the number of revealed spaces. I could go for a big reveal like adjacent to the Sky Tower, but then I would still have to get to it, which is currently not super easy. Golden Fairy. Well, we better get some damage before we fight that. Spyglass could be good, but that's a really early Dark Temper. I should just take it. Whenever you add a card to your deck, this gains 1 attack permanently. It counts itself, so it starts at 13 actually. Is there a card that I'm comfortable with just reserving for last card played? Maybe Absorb Soul. It does have charge though, so if it won't always work out. Barrage, perhaps. Who is my final boss? Mist. Okay. I kinda wanna socket this Shadow Gem somewhere. I'm most comfortable with it in a card that doesn't cause my positioning to change, so I think Barrage is a pretty decent one for that. Hi Puppets, welcome! Let's do a fairy. It's not like we can get our brush back any other way. And we have enough damage to deal with the Golden Fairy. Absorb Soul, please. That would be very nice. Yeah.
Is that it?
Not just a bunch of money, but also some extra healing. That's how I like it. Range of Tarum here. There's the hunting cloak over there. Well, let's fight this battle so we have a bit more information about what inks we have available. This one is gonna be a bit rough. Guard Strike from the back barrage. Just block for 10. Incoming 23. We could block for 14. I think a mix is good. I want to play the what are they called again? Sucker punches to get the damage out of them. The sucker punches are doing a pretty decent job. 9 plus 11 is 20. Still our best move. There is a chance that we draw Absorb Soul again. It's not a huge chance, but it was big enough apparently. Noble Ink. That allows us access for our first Sky Tower. I am gonna use it from here because I don't want to trigger the Rune of Sight yet. I want to reveal the Sky Towers first, otherwise we might discover something in the Sky Tower area, which would be kind of a waste. How do we get to this one though? A normal ink from here would work. A normal ink 2 here and a brush there, that wouldn't be great. It might still be better than a brush here. Could also use a normal ink from here and then see what I get. I could also trigger the Rune of Sight. Maybe it, if it does reveal something close to the Sky Tower on the right side, then it would at least make it easier to get to the tower. So it would only be bad if it revealed something in this area, like over this half of the Sky Tower, I suppose. A 5 from here would work. Oh, we don't have a 5 and we only have 1 chance of getting one right now. I feel like I'm missing a... Ah, yeah. I was missing a fight. It's up here. Sure, let's see what we have. That is very valuable. I'm probably gonna go there, even though it's pretty far off. 9, 8, 9, 8, 10. While this is a 10, it's... Yeah, that doesn't quite work out. It's not the best brush ever, but we found an alchemist, so that is certainly great. Okay. If this hero did not attack last turn, they gain 2 power this turn. Almost all of Sorocco's cards are attacks. Same goes for Seifer actually. Maybe a bit more block would be nice. Phalanx, I could see that working. Right now it's a block for 7, that's not terrible. But there is definite potential with ally synergy. With Seifer being part of the team. I'm also gonna pick another one that should give us access to our first talent. An Entrench would be a good defensive card. Not a huge fan of Devil Strike in its base form, but I have to admit that its upgraded form is pretty tempting. The Rage one. Although, I mean, it's a bit better than Whirlwind, but not much better. Spinning Blade would be some more AoE access and would provide us with a really good reason to go for power on Seifer. I'm gonna cover my defense first. Walls of Wisdom always offer one card with a random gem on it. Start each battle with a Brute. At the end of each battle gain a gold for every 2 cards in your deck. These are all great choices. I think Loyal Minion is the weakest out of these. This could easily give us like 3 or 4 gems over the course of the game. How much gold is this gonna be? Like, let's say on average over the whole game we have about 20 cards in our deck. So that will be about 10 gold for each fight on average. Every floor has 7 to 8 fights. So that will be a 75 gold per floor. So about 1 common gem a floor. I'll take Fortune. It seems like it has a higher payoff. Too bad we have already looked at most of the Vault of Wisdoms on this floor, but what can you do? I kinda wanna transform a Sorocco strike here. Fire Breath, stand behind me, and another Phalanx. Blood Garnet on Fire Breath isn't bad. Archer's Emerald on Phalanx or stand behind me. Both are very reasonable. I don't think any of these cards carry Mirror Moonstone really well. Except for maybe Phalanx if we put a cost reduction gem in it later. Ideally melee. Maybe even combo could work. I kinda wanna do this though. Okay, we have much better defense and we kinda want an ally. Maybe I should have picked up Himsel's Quill already. It's still pretty good value. I'm also gonna pick the Boots of Ulani. Drawing 2 extra in our first hand is usually quite powerful. Hunting Cloak goes on Seifer, I think. How many hearts do we have? Just 2 right now. I don't feel comfortable. Our deck has grown quite a bit better. But we don't have an immediate payoff from the... This is actually a really good turn. We don't have an immediate payoff from the... talent we chose. It's more a long-term value kind of thing. Okay. This fight is going quite well. Give me another Absorb Soul and we're good. This guy can become dangerous, but... I want to heal. It is quite important to me. The problem with the heal this turn... Well, I mean, healing for 8 and taking 6 damage is still healing for 2. This also feels my rage, so... It gives me a chance of actually healing for 12 off of the backliner. Might as well hit you so we can finish you, even if we have to, even if we don't draw the Absorb Soul. I don't like stalling our fights this much, but I care a lot about my health in a challenge like this. Explosive Pigment. That is really powerful. Well, we kinda want an ink to go with it. Ah, these guys. I don't think they are gonna be too bad. Too bad I drew the Absorb Soul in my first hand. It would have been much better in the second, but... have to hope that I don't discard the Sucker Punch. Because I want to play that. And I have to kill here. Which I can. But it means no healing. Okay, ink plus explosive pigment gives me a lot of potential reveal. Or rather, exploration. I wanna get these two, for sure. I can already do so with the explosive pigment right now. That might not be too bad. Can always use like... Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. That's sadly not quite connected. Branch of Tarum. At the start of each battle, shuffle 3 Gaia's Grace into your deck. Gain 5 block, draw a card, dissolve. That is very valuable. Another Radiant Harp, by the way, is quite nice. Let's take a look at another card. We have a Whirlwind with plus 3 damage. Oh, that is good. Second AoE card? Is it my second? It is only my second. I want a second AoE card, and a Whirlwind with plus 3 damage is solid. It's a better fire breathing. If we revealed from here, we would not only access this tile, but also this area. While I want that, I think I'm gonna go for another battle first. I wanna go aggressive this turn. 5, 12, 23. We can't quite absorb the Azure Wisp's soul. So let's throw all our damage on the Seed Soul. It might be worth playing Absorb Soul. It will deal 1 less damage than Clash Strike. It will also cause us to take 1 damage. But it would set up for the Barrage next turn. No. Mostly because it also causes me to take 1 damage there. Is why I decided not to go for that. Whirlwind is great. And Phalanx is a full block. We did some damage. We blocked their attack. The ghost in the back, the Azure Wisp, isn't doing much, which is nice. So we can finish the Seed Sower first. Dark Temple, Absorb Soul is 25 damage. Meat Shield Guard and then Sorocco in the front. There will be 23 defense. I could play a Dark Temper on top of that. There's the Wisp attacking now. Oh, this weakness is ruining me. I have 27 damage. I can't kill the Seed Sour. Ouch. This sucks big time. I want to keep the rage. Could kill the backliner, is absorbed, so I draw into the new draw pile. I can pretty easily end the fight from this position. And maybe I don't have to. Absorbing 2 souls is better than absorbing just 1. But the next turn might be quite scary. I don't think I can leave both enemies up anymore. Because the problem is, if I draw Absorb Soul next turn, I only have 1 energy left to block the Azure Wisp's damage. I could also kill the Azure Wisp, then I would have no energy left to kill the Seed Sower. Or block their damage. So it's... I'm kind of in a position where I do need to kill off 1 enemy. To prevent myself from the worst case scenario of both of them attacking this turn. Don't discard Absorb Soul, please. The chances are pretty low, but it would have been really bad if it happened. Precisioning is amazing to have. Let's access this fight as well. Precision Ink especially good with Himsel's Quill. Wisps. Let's see what we can do. These Gaia's Graces sure are nice. I can absorb the frontliner and then block. Well, we already blocked. I don't think there was a way to use the other Sucker Punch effectively while still getting the Absorb Soul off. I should maybe have attacked one in the back because these were preparing to buff there, right there, so... We use a barrage. Hi Timo, welcome! With Phalanx and Clash, I block for 21. Yeah, we have to kill the frontliner. Just block the damage from the two backliners. It's not like we can absorb all their souls anyways. We do just have 23 block here. Whirlwind is also 8 block and some damage. That will give us 16, 18 block. I think I have to fully block this. Wait until they're buffing again to take them out. Another scary situation where I think I have to take one of them down. Set the other one up to be easily killed next turn with an Absorb Soul. That was decent healing that we got out of this fight. Noble Ink. That is a pretty good ink type. I think we do use this to get to the event. Oh, that's another Alchemist. It's a pretty good reveal as well. Especially considering we also get these tiles there. Do I want to go to the Alchemist first before I go to the narrative? This might give me a better idea. Choose a card to put in the machine. Transform the card into another random card of the same hero. Gems are destroyed. So it's basically a worse but at least free Alchemist. Sure. Rage? Okay, that's a strict upgrade. Rage is reasonable. It's not a great event, but usable. Kinda looking for an ally. Dragonfire this early on. We do have an ally in promote, but I think we just take a 0-cost Dragonfire with the Shadow Gem. That's really good. It's not gonna be great right now, but once we've passed the elite and the first boss, 15 damage, pretty reasonable. Okay, here we have some allies. Flamestoker, Shaman or Goki. That Goki already has +1 spirit. It's a pretty good gem for Goki. Maybe we just take the buffed Goki and let that one help with our energy. we can then use our phalanxes to block more effectively. I really like Shaman though. Shaman is super strong. It's basically targeted card draw. Like, you can get a card back that you just played and played again. Like Dragonfire, Phalanx, there are some good options at 0 cost for us as well. So that even our energy is not a big problem. The Gem of Growth does make Goki a lot better though. We won't get there. I should put that color shard somewhere.
Nice one.
I want to leave the slot in the Dragonfire open for some multiplicatives. We actually got a decent amount of hearts. We might need them. I could throw out one more brush if I use some precision inks. Or even just here wouldn't be terrible. But let's fight the elite first. Yeah, let's fight the elite first. I'm gonna use 1 heart, 2 hearts actually, to get my health up before the elite fight. Feral Kodama, you're the permanent vulnerability guy. I think I take the vulnerability on Sorocco and then after that move Sorocco to the back. I want to block most of the damage, maybe not all of it. Dark Temper should definitely be played. Sucker Punch would be nice if I could play it. That leaves me with Meat Shield and Guard as a defense. That's 23 block. That should be good enough. I could also replace a Guard with a Clash. And I probably should. Dark Temper, Meat Shield, then Clash back to the front. And Sucker Punch. Good damage on the first turn. Can't complain. I could Sucker Punch, Rage, and Trench. And then I should probably play the Phalanx after this. Right? Might as well. That's still a full block. That means I should start with Rage and Trench Phalanx. It is not very likely that I draw a better card than Sucker Punch, though. Should I leave that in the deck? Nothing I could draw here except for the Dragonfire would actually be useful. Yeah, I should leave that in the deck. We might draw back into it. Let's set up the Goki. We take 1 damage on Seifer. We now have 5 energy each turn to play with. This is not a vulnerability turn. That's gonna hit for 32 on Sorocco. We have 32 block, just like that. Even more if we use the Whirlwind with the Goki. The whirlwind is only 3. No, we use the barrage as well. Yeah, we should use the whirlwind. I don't have to use the go key to block 4 damage. But I kinda wanna. This fight is gonna be over in 2 turns. Is my prediction. Double Sucker Punch Dark Temper. 1632, that's just lethal. But that's an even better option. Absorb his soul. We no longer control an ally, but that's fine. Nice, that was a really good elite fight. Relic. Gauntlet of Might. This hero has +1 power. Who do we put that on? Rage benefits a lot from extra power, but so do the AoEs. Both Seifer and Sorocco have a few cards that scale very well with power. I'm gonna throw it in Sorocco. Okay, we can spend 2 more inks if we want. We found a Farrier well, both alchemists, a golden fairy, but no gemstones at all. So there are still 2 gemstones around. So I think I want to at least spend 1 brush still on this floor. Most explorable areas are not that great. This is actually just a good brush right here. That gave us another ink. So that means we can... That's not that great. This is a 12. Reasonable. This is actually quite bad. This area over here, not ideal either. Well, Vault of Wisdom. Isn't Flex 0 cost by default? Ogre Cookie, Sulfuric Barrier and Flame Blast. Flex is pretty bad with this gem. Usually you want to play Flex first, and you don't want to random discard first thing you do in a turn. Sulfuric Barrier is very pickable here. Anything I want to spend my money on? Crystallized Farrier would be somewhat tempting. Not insane, actually. Could pick up the Phantom Strike. Could pick up the Heroic Emerald. No, yeah, I can pick up the Heroic Emerald. Charge combo. I have no card where charge combo has maximum effect. I waste the charge if I... Yeah, like none of these cards really do anything with charge. Funnily enough. Either you can only play them from the front, they bring you to the front because they block, or they already have charge. But the most of the value in this gem is from combo anyway, so that is not a huge problem. Yeah, I don't think we really need it. I'm gonna use one heart just because Sorocco is kind of low. But I think we can easily carry 2 hearts to the next floor. I want to draw some more damage. Okay, Rage is good. Rage, Sulfuric Barrier, Barrage. I should start with Rage Phalanx. I would like to play Goki this turn, but it's only a 1 in 10 chance to draw Goki here. Could absorb Soul, Sulfuric Barrier. Full defend, block a decent amount, keep a Gaia's Grace in the deck for later. Instead of Sulfuric Barrier, I could use Gaia's Grace and Barrage. That's worth playing it. Barrage is more damage than Dragonfire, so we play that first. Decent result for our first turn. I feel like I shouldn't miss out on Dark Tempo plays. So I think we set up Goki, use Dark Tempo and block with the Meat Shield. I'm not gonna sacrifice my Goki immediately. That would be bad. Do I want to entrench before I clash? That's 15 block. 17, 19 block. We are vulnerable, so we're actually hitting for 15? 16. You're hitting for 16, so Entrench Clash gives us the full defense. But I could just Clash Sucker Punch, and I think that's better. We don't need to use the Goki this turn, just to prevent 5. $24 times 2, we want to tank that with Seifer. I think it's Dragonfire last. To use the charge on it. Meat Shield, I'm not gonna sacrifice the Goki yet. Especially considering I have these phalanxes. We do need to play the Dragonfire. 16 damage for a Goki charge. Okay. Dark Tempo, Rage, Sulfuric. Rage will actually not give me the rage because of the reduced power. Maybe we don't play rage at all. We could Dark Temper Whirlwind. We could also use the Goki to play Defend and Sulfuric Barrier, I guess. Actually, I should Rage Sulfuric Barrier, enter Rage and then Dark Temper for double damage. That is one of the best Rage payoffs I have. Do I throw out the Whirlwind? We might need the Phalanxes. So I'm kind of hesitant to use the Goki right now. Seifer strength is getting really low. Whirlwind, Meat Shield, Dragonfire. I think that's the play. Enrage Seifer again. Oh, that's a big hit. We can block 25 with the Entrench. And then another 7 with the Sulfuric, that's 32 block. So we would take 26 damage, which would exactly kill Seifer. The other way around is even worse, right? Yeah. So Seifer is gonna die this turn. That means I just get maximum damage with Rage. Played as my Rage card, right? 32 block, that brings us to 48 damage. That's exactly the amount we are taking from this hit. And we can't move Sorocco to the front, sadly. We have to block once. I can't play Absorb Soul, otherwise Sorocco will take the other 29. And 11 damage is not worth taking 29 on Sorocco. Only 55 health left. We can do it.
Get up, weakling.
Eight damage, but take some. 14, 20 damage. Use the Goki this turn. Sketchy. Here is the big hit. Oh no. That's 15 block, we're at 40, 52, and this is 54. We are dead. Had I used the Goki last turn, it wouldn't have changed anything. Ouch! Legendary bosses. A pretty scary modifier. I really felt it right there.